Well, ladies and gentlemen, promoted by Barry Hearns, Matchroom and Tommy Gilmore on behalf of the St Andrews Sporting Club and sponsored by the Daily Mirror newspaper, this is a flyweight contest with a match made at 7 stone 7 pounds over 12 3-minute rounds for the vacant WBO Mini Flyweight Championship of the world. Your judges, Joe O'Neill of the United States of America, Cesar Ramos of Puerto Rico, and Torben Hansen of Denmark, and your timekeeper, Mr. Ricky Gilmore. Your WBO supervisor, Ed Levine, and your British Boxing Board of Control, steward in charge, Jerry Wooland of Scotland. Ladies and gentlemen, your referee for the contest is Wizzo Fernandez of Puerto Rico. Presenting and introducing in the red corner with the yellow shorts, with a career record of 37 wins and 2 draws from 45 contests, 22 by stoppage, and weighed in at 7 stone 7 pounds from Mexico, Fernando Martinez. And his opponent in the blue corner with the white shorts, with an unbeaten record of 5 wins from 5 contests, 2 inside the distance, and weighing in at 7 stone 6 pounds, 12 ounces from Irvine in Scotland, Paul Weir.
So the Puerto Rican referee here is Raulrizo Fernandez, who handled Pat Clinton's fight with Isidro Perez here. In the white trunks then, Paul Weir, won 5 fights, Scottish hero indeed. And Fernando Martinez, who's had 45 fights against his 5. The mini flyweight WBO, 7 stone 7 pounds. We call it straw weight generally, but it hasn't been recognised in British boxing. So the southpaw Mexican then, and a bit of a trial here for Paul Weir. Hasn't boxed beyond the 8 rounds distance, never been off his feet, and he's won 5, but he's only stopped 2 of those. But this fellow Martinez has been around. He boxed Michael Carbajal, who's now the IBF and WBC light flyweight champion. That's another weight indeed, I won't confuse you. And the other champions are obviously at this weight. Lopez of Mexico and 2 from Thailand. Big following, Jim. Paul Weir, 25 now, he's a great amateur record.
Yeah, it really is a good little fight, and it just feels strange, Reg. In his last fight, I'm saying what a prospect. 1 fight later, he's boxing for a world championship. I don't know that I agree with boxing for world titles after less than half a dozen fights, but nevertheless, at least it's happened to a little fellow who certainly can fight. Good, solid little professional.
World Boxing Organization version, this. American judge Joe O'Neill, Danish judge Torben Hansen, and Puerto Rico, Cesar Ramos.
Got a nice little tight look about him, Weir, nice and compact, good sharp movements, good sharp punches. It was a real tough fight in his last one with Kevin Jenkins, a real good test for him, which will stand him in good stead for this one.
stand a chance for Paul Weir. Paul Weir, obviously, would hardly get him for the Mexican. Only been stopped twice in 45 fights. Mexicans fought outside of Mexico on 3 occasions, so I'm not sure he'd be overawed here. No, not with that punch he won't, and right on the bell, but he flew up there, Weir. I wouldn't constitute that as a knockdown, Jim, would you?
Well, Reg, you wouldn't have gone down if the punch didn't land. I think it's just lucky the bell rang, because I think the referee would have to have counted there. A punch landed bang on the button down. He went, he wasn't troubled at all. But let's face it, if the punch hadn't landed, he wouldn't have gone over. So the bell, I think, saved them. I think the bell saved them a count there, Reg, which might have cost them the round.
There it is, Jim. Just bell was about to rattle.
Bang
Bingo.
on.
Oh yeah.
There you
But
go.
he just touched down there, didn't he? I bet he's angry with himself with that one.
The referee ready to move in, as you can see. I think it would have to have counted there, Reg.
Yeah, they got the standing 8 count. He would have done it. Not standing, the mandatory 8 count, that is. Tough old Hombre. This, looking at the record and the fact that he's been in with much better fighters, it's a tough thing for Paul Weir. And only his 6th professional fight.
Where do you worry in this kind of fight, Reg, if it goes all the way? The closing rounds, been thrown right into the deep end, your first 12-rounder of your career for a world championship. It's not an easy thing to do, so hopefully Weir has the power to take charge by that time, maybe be able to do a little bit of coasting.
Second round then. Well, the question of weight here really, Jim. 7 stone 7 this division, and he's been over 8 stone, hasn't he, Weir, at times?
Yeah, that's what worries me. He's never. I remember his manager saying to me before and after one of his fights, he's amazing. He floats into the flyweight limit. He could probably do strawweight or whatever, but being able to do it and actually doing it, and how it hits you mentally, and where it can sometimes show up is in the punch resistance if you've just drained your body that little bit. Thankfully, he wasn't hurt with that knockdown, but it's not a nice thing to happen in the first round.
Mini flyweight, the official title by the WBO. Mainly brought in, I think, by the Oriental voters on these boxing organisations this weight. I imagine people like Benny Lynch and certainly Jimmy Wilde as well. They'd have had a handful of these minis and flyers and junior flyers and whatever else.
Southpaw jab could be a little bit of a pest for Weir. I don't know how many in his amateur career he faced, but Martinez is getting over the top of Weir's jab now and again. See, a southpaw and an orthodox, it's a battle of the jabs. Whoever can control, getting top with the jab, then opens everything else up. Weir wants to move around to his own left, trying to get outside Martinez's jab.
Martinez came into the ring, Jim, experience of 285 rounds. Minute to go in this round.
See that left hand coming through, catching Weir pretty cleanly. See, these are punches you're not expecting. This is what is awkward boxing the southpaw, especially an experienced southpaw.
And this is actually a substitute in Martinez because the original opponent was turned down.
Martinez is just getting through a little bit too cleanly for my liking here as early as the second round. You see a bit more movement from Weir. I think he's too eager to try to get into control here. Nice boxing there, that's more like a bit more movement, use that jab, get round to his left.
Been 10 rounds, 13 times Martinez. That gives an idea of his experience. Well, no point in eavesdropping on that, we can't understand it. Certainly no breeze, is it, for Scott Paul Weir in this replay.
So that's the left hand from the southpaw, sometimes difficult to block. They confuse you with the right hand jab, make room, and over comes the left. See Weir coming back with good stuff, but a couple of times they're just getting caught too cleanly. Maybe standing his ground with a bit more experience, he would have backed off and got himself out of trouble, mounted a new attack. He doesn't have to stand with this fellow every time.
Third round. And the southpaw Mexican now giving Paul Weir, just 5 fights that I keep emphasising, and he stopped 2 of those. This match of experience against ambition. I believe that Weir's management haven't done their homework a little bit about this fellow, Jim, but the fight game, there has to be certain chances taken, and particularly at this level, to get championship fights. And if the WBO sanctioned it, well, I suppose he has to take his chance. But you would think it was a little bit early in his career.
Yeah, it amazes me too, Reggie. It's not like it's a voluntary defence, it's a vacant title. Where did they bring Weir in from? He certainly wasn't number 1 or number 2, yet he's fighting for the vacant title. I just hope it doesn't turn into a real gruelling fight. Win or lose, I hope it's not a real gruelling fight for him.
Well, Weir actually was number 10, I think, when I last looked at the WBO rankings. In the division, that was the division above this weight. 7 stone 10, light flies, that's called. Even I can't work all this lot out, Jim.
Well, the WBO have surprised me time and time again. But there you are. The main thing is, as I say, Weir's a good little fighter. Just worries me the way he's getting caught so cleanly here. I mean, we're in a different league now, Reg. 5 fights, suddenly you're in the big league. This fellow who's in with Carvajal, who really is a super boxer.
Yeah, Olympic champion, and of course now double professional champion.
So, I mean, what is Weir going to do to impress this fellow when he's running with people like that? Okay, he's lost to them, but he's been in there and he got a lot of rounds behind him before the finish came.
Yeah, 9th round he got beaten by Carvajal.
Weir's not looking to do it the easy way, standing his ground, quite keen to trade, but when you're in with a fellow who's done it more often than you don't want to stand as early as this. You don't want the early rounds to be hard, Reg. You know that the late rounds are going to be hard. You don't want the early ones to be hard too. See, you get caught with these shots too cleanly.
So the end of the 3rd round. A bit more encouragement there from the home crowd there for Paul Weir, but the way that Martinez went back to the corner holding his hands up, and if to say, well, I've got this under control. John McDermott in the corner there. And there's the referee from Puerto Rico collecting the judges' cards.